my God.
Another child.
Our task is to construct an image of the killer.
A bestseller since it was first published in 1994, it's taken a long time for The Alienist to make it to the screen, big or small. Now set to debut on January 22nd on TNT after a preview at Sundance 2 days beforehand, the Dakota Fanning, Daniel Bruhl, and Luke Evans-led Alienist was well worth the wait, let me tell you. And a time-travel treat back to a murderous, bloody, corrupt, dense, and surging 1896 New York for the new year. If you've read Kaldakar's book or sequels many times, I am guilty, or not at all, or somewhere in between. The fact is, it's a great yarn that is translated deftly into a fine drama on the back alley search for what we would now call a serial killer.
I'm an alienist. That is a doctor. But instead of looking to cure a disease of the body, I look to help those who are suffering from an illness of the mind.
Full of late 19th century NYC swells like J.P. Morgan and a clearly ambitious, and no political pun intended, progressive police commissioner by the name of Theodore Roosevelt, inhabited more than ably by Chicago PD vet Brian Gerhardti, the Jacob Verbruggen directed, Hussein Amini written, and Cary Fukunaga and Eric Roth EP'd Alienist is clearly a big play for the Kevin Riley-run TNT, which is partially why they are hoping to jump into some of the Park City media spotlight on January 19th. Now, all power to them. But the real TKO with the 10-episode Alienist, at least from what I've seen, is the trinity of its leads. In the team-up between a Roosevelt secretary who wants to be the first female detective among New York's finest, an acerbic psychologist, and a newspaperman. And as good as Inglourious Basterds alum Bruhl and Hobbit vet Evans are, and they are, make no mistake, Fanning does, like her Sarah Howard character, does everything the gentlemen do, but in heavy dresses and corsets of the day and more.
Still playing the detective, are you, Miss Howard?
I'm afraid this is no test for the weak of sex.
To hell with them.
The Twilight Saga actress is the axis around the Alienist revolves, and she never hesitates in that centering, so to speak. Now, you may wonder why I'm not sauntering up to the actual story itself. Well, clearly, there's a killing here, and our trio and others are pressed into service to solve the case for the results-focused Roosevelt. Amidst the clutter and glory that was New York City of over 120 years ago, that's kind of all you need to know again. Again, regardless if you've actually read the book or not. Just jump into this show. Pitched as a limited series at this point, I will say, however, of the Paramount TV and studio-produced show, take the limited off and bring the fine fabric of The Alienist back for more. Do we have a deal?